Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to 2024. My gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous lot. How are you? Let me know in the comments how you're doing. Are you well? Did you have an amazing New Year's Eve? How has your day been today? I am super freaking excited for this one myself, Linda. I've just seen your comment come through. So, ladies and gents, as always, I'm going to ask a massive favor for you. If you are in any of my groups, or if you know anybody that follows me or whatever, please share the link to this video with them. I appreciate it's 2024. I appreciate it's New Year's Day. I appreciate there's a lot of kids that are going back to school tomorrow. I also appreciate that it is New Year's Day and there's lots of family things and things like that taking place. However, I would like as many of us to get together and to really, really, really boost this beautiful vibration that we have on the planet right now, taking it to a whole new level. So, ladies and gents, I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update as to what's been going on with me. So, before Christmas, because obviously I didn't do the video last week because it was Christmas Day. So Christmas was amazing, absolutely amazing. I had the beautiful privilege of having my gorgeous man with me leading up to Christmas, which was really lovely. And then, hello, Zoes. Thank you, Linda. I really appreciate it. I am glowing. Like, I've got to be honest with you. I am absolutely glowing and I am feeling superb and I am on point and I am fully recovered. I had a couple of days where I was a bit snivelly, as you may remember, before Christmas, and I am alive and kicking, ladies and gents, and I have been firing on all cylinders. So if your sound is off, let me just ask you to please go to your settings or just jump off and jump back on again. It will probably kickstart things back in a little bit better for you. So I am a woman, girl. I am a woman. He's a lucky man. I know he's a lucky man. So I had this amazing time leading up to Christmas because Jamie was obviously over with me, which was amazing. And then Christmas Day was spent with some of my most amazing friends. Laurie Anderson, long time no see. Lovely to see your name on here, babe. Mwah. Happy New Year to you. I hope 2024 is the year that brings everybody's wishes, whatever they look and feel like to you guys. We're going to talk about that a little bit more as we go on. So Christmas Day was amazing. I was on the beach. If you did not manage to check out my stories and stuff whilst I was over the Christmas period, then you will know that I was on the beach and things like that. So hang on, let me just read this, ladies and gents, because this sounds like it's news hot off the press. It's been a couple of days like this, and I'm going to get to that in a minute. In your January update, you mentioned that world leaders in 2024 would step down, and Denmark's Queen has unexpectedly announced her abdication in traditional New Year's Eve speech. Oh, I've got goosebumps. Thank you for sharing that with me. How freaking cool is that? Thank you. I love it. Literally today, the people that I've been with is like, Lucy, like this, and this has already happened from your 2024 update, and it's only day one. What the heck? So, ladies and gents, if you have not gone over to YouTube and checked out my January 2024 energy update, or the 2024 energy update for the whole year, please do go and do that. I don't know how and I don't know why, but my psychic and my channeling seems to have gone to a whole new level since I had a couple of days when I had a bit of a sniffle and I took some time out, and it's wild what's taking place right now. So I just want to direct you to those videos once you have finished here. Now, before Lizzie starts telling you all off, please, if you're on Facebook, smash the love heart for me. If you are here on YouTube, please do remember to go and hit the thumbs up button, because Lizzie will be telling you all off otherwise. So it's, I have to, she's amazing. Like literally, she's like, hit the thumbs up on YouTube. So thank you for that. So like I say, on Christmas Day, I had the most beautiful day. And then I actually had a couple of days to myself. And in those couple of days, I did a lot of energy work. And in all honesty, ladies and gents, I was in a bit of a slumber. And what that looked like is I had to rest, and it wasn't because I was sick. I was absolutely fine. But I had to rest and I had to go inwards, and I, really, really just took time to be present and to go to the beach and to put my feet in the ocean and breathe. Like, I did a lot of breathing exercises during that period of time. And then, no word of a lie, 2 days ago, so not yesterday, but the day before, I woke up after a very late night. Literally, it was very, very late night. And I bounced out of bed. I went to the gym and had probably the best workout I'd had in a long time. And boom, I realized quite how significant my journey of like this heaviness of the energies had been. So I just want to say to you guys, if you have been feeling energies that have been particularly heavy for the last week of December, please do not judge yourself. I literally feel like Gaia 2 days ago got rebooted, and that's why I've got whoosh back online. Now, my team will vouch for this. My beautiful friend who is with me now, Jamie, will vouch for this. Everybody will vouch for the fact that I have literally, my channeling has gone to a whole new level. The energy work that I'm doing has gone to a whole new level. Like, I can't even say to you guys, like, I'm actually freaking myself out. And Linda's obviously just said, I've checked both of your videos out, and wow, because that's kind of where things are at right now. It's so profound, and I feel like I have such a beautiful connection to what's going on at the moment, like energetically and globally, and earthwise and things like that. So and I feel that this is happening to a lot of people. I feel as if we have really had to embrace that slumber and come out the other side. And then on the 30th of, so the same day that I came back online and I was really energized, one of my besties from way back when in the day, and I'm going to try and get her cute little tush over here to come and say hello. Come on, girl, you can do it. She's like, really? But you guys want to meet her, right? Smash the love heart, pop the heart. You're going to have to come this way. Just because of the wires. Please do welcome. This is one of my girlfriends, Hayley.
Happy New Year.
This is Hayley.
Hi. Can I go now?
Yes, you can. Hayley has been over with me since the 30th of January. She came over to spend New Year with me because, we were friends. How old were we? I must have been mid-20s.
Yeah. So
early 20s to mid-20s. They're all saying, hi, Hayley. So Hayley is mid-20s. Hang on, back up. Hayley and I have known each other since we were about early 20s, mid-20s. And we were like this back then. We were party buddies, ladies and gents. And then Hayley reached out to me a few months ago and let me know that she was going through something pretty significant in her personal life. And she was like, what's Soul School? I want to come and I want to check it out. And it is brilliant. Hayley has been on the most amazing, incredible journey since Soul School 3. Yes, Hayley was at Soul School 3. Yeah. They recognize you, girlfriend. They recognize you. So yeah, basically, Hayley has just started her awakening journey. And what's so beautiful about this is that we have gone from being besties back in the day. Mariko's on. She lives in Christchurch, so you'll probably cross paths with her through me now. So Mariko, you'll probably, because she's in Bournemouth, so you guys will probably cross paths. So Hayley has been on this massive journey, and I tell you, she's been with me for how many days? 30th, 31st, 1st. So 3 days. She's like, I am not going home, and I've never been happier than I am right now. I've never felt better. So hi, Laura. I love you, girlfriend. I will speak to you tomorrow, babe, I promise. So Hayley is like, I'm moving in. Obviously she can't, she's got kids and stuff back home, but she's like, I'm moving in. This is so good. And she said to me, like, I can see why people want to go on retreats with you, Lucy. I can see why people want to hang out with you, because I literally cannot say to you, despite her literally being put on a rocket launcher and catapulted up into the ethers, she's freaking grabbed her cosmic surfboard and she is riding those waves. So can we give Hayley a big round of applause, because she's freaking doing it. And she's like, oh my God, I'm coming back for my birthday and I'm coming to do this and I'm coming to do that. So it's a wild ride when you live with me. Anyway, So Hayley and I had the most beautiful day yesterday. We went on a really, really, really long walk. We, it was beautiful. We immersed in the sunshine. We immersed in beautiful juices and beautiful food, because that's the way that I live my life, guys. She's literally just stepped into my life. And then we went out for a lunch with a couple of friends of mine over here. And then we ended up going out, walking, talking, meeting people, and seeing in the new year last night 2 fireworks, which was absolutely amazing. And obviously my beautiful chats with my gorgeous man back home. So today we have been out hiking, like literally Hayley is living little Lucy's life, and tomorrow we've got some amazing plans. And unfortunately she's going home on Wednesday. But my point of sharing this with you guys is, please do not give up on the friendships that have maybe distanced over the last few years. Hayley and I kind of like stepped away from each other years ago when I moved to London, and we were still good friends then, but there's circumstances, do you get what I mean? But we've come back together, we're closer than ever. And to see her going on this journey and going, you know what, health is the most important thing to me, wealth is the most important thing to me, all the things I talk about, this community. And she loved you guys at Soul School, just so you guys know, okay? She freaking loved you guys. So I wanted to introduce you to Hayley before I went into anything else. Now, today, I want to talk to you guys about New Year, but I've actually done something a little bit different today for today's live. So let me know in the chat if you'd like to know what I've done differently, and let me know by smashing the love heart or, smashing the thumbs up button that you are like, I want to know what you've been up to, little Lucy. So 2024 for me, as you've seen in the energy updates, ladies and gents, it's going to be a massive transformational year for all of us, for every single one of us. And that means me too. Like, I don't just do this stuff for you guys. I don't just, to tell you guys what to do. Like, I actually really immerse in this stuff myself. And this year I have made huge commitments. There is going to be massive, massive, massive changes in my life. And what I've decided to do today is to bring in some of my favorite people over the course of the last year or 2 years that you guys have seen. And we're going to have a little chat about what New Year means and what 2024 is going to look like. So first and foremost, I'm going to welcome to the stage my gorgeous head coach, Morwenna Pogson. Thank you so much for freeing up some time for today, beautiful one. It's lovely to see you.
I know, I haven't seen you for ages.
I know, it's been ages. We've not done any calls. We've not done anything.
Oh, it's good to be here.
Yeah, well, as you can tell, I'm like super upbeat right now. I'm like super pumped, and this today has just been really cool. So my little secret, my little way that I'm going to be doing today is I've got some friends joining us today. I'm going to be letting one in at a time. I've got some really, really, really cool friends that are going to be joining. So, Morwenna, first and foremost, how was your Christmas and New Year, sweetheart?
Oh, it was lovely. It was it was actually really chilled, very quiet, very calm, which isn't normal. It was a really nice change. Like New Year, it was just calm, and we had a couple of friends come over and we played a bit of cards and had a drink at New Year, and it was really chilled and cool. It was lovely, perfect, just what I needed.
Exactly. And you know what? I do actually believe that this is a lot more of what people want right now, right? They actually want to be connected with people. They actually want to be taking time out, and they want to actually just be, with their loved ones, which is absolutely amazing. So, Morwenna, what does New Year mean to you usually? I'm not talking this year. What does it usually mean to you?
Normally, it's me making a list of things that I have to do. And it's like a tick list kind of exercise for me, but it's stuff that when I look back now that doesn't really matter.
I feel you, sister. I feel you. So are you normally the person that would write resolutions, or literally just a to-do list? Right.
Yeah, it'd be resolution. So I have to do this by the end of the year, and everything's by the end of the year. There was no sort of short-term things. I had the whole year to do all these things.
Nice.
And, and none of it was really urgent. None of it's important now to what I want to actually do. So now it looks very different. I write almost like a bucket list of stuff that I want to complete, but it's much more relevant to where I want to be by the end of the year, rather than materialistic things or, you know, that kind of stuff. And weight was always a massive one for me. I'm going to lose 2 stone this year, and now my focus has completely changed. So it's yeah, it feels different this year.
Amazing. I'm so pleased to hear that. So, Morwenna, what is the plan for 2024? Because everybody goes, oh, it's a new year, new me. And that really doesn't resonate with me at all. Like, no. You can transform yourself any day of the week. Yeah. I don't believe this starting on a Monday bullshit either. As you guys know, I'm very passionate about, you know, really getting accountability and action. So what does 2024 look like to you, sweetheart?
I got a very clear message a couple of days ago that 2024 is the go year. Like, this is the year, and like you just said, it's going to be transformational, and I really feel it in business particularly, but that's going to lead to my bigger vision for what I want to achieve. I feel like in 2023 I was bimbling around with it and I didn't really know what to do with it. Now the rebel movement sort of stepped up, and it's become the vehicle that I needed to be able to achieve what I've always wanted to achieve, which is self-sufficiency, community, and finding my forever home. Because at the minute I'm in rented, it's also a bit up in the air, and I want to find the place where I can create what I need to create for people.
Yes, love that.
That's what 2024 is for.
So, Morwenna, talk to me a little bit about the rebel movement from your perspective, because obviously people hear me talk about it, but from your perspective, like, what does the rebel movement mean to you?
The rebel movement is a group of mission-driven people. Like, we're all very individual. We all have very individual needs and wants and visions for where it's going to take us. But actually, it's essentially a vehicle that is going to enable us all to achieve what we want to if we put the work in. And it's a community as well. Like, the community that we've created in such a short space of time. It's nuts.
If there's one thing I'm good at, it's creating a community. Like, you know, there may be things that I need to work on and I need to develop, but creating communities, I have to be honest, there is no freaking way I need any help with that one. So you are absolutely bang on. So, Morwenna, what else is business going to look like for you this year? How, like, you know, you've obviously alluded to the fact that business is going to be your focus more so than anything else this year. And so obviously you're going to use the rebel movement as a vehicle, and what an amazing vehicle it is. Like, we're all like flying like the you know, the turbo train in bloody Japan at the moment, aren't we? We're like smashing through it as quickly as possible. But is there anything else that you're going to be using business wise to, you know, to really help you this year?
For me, I want to develop my coaching. I want to make things a lot more streamlined. I'm really excited about what Self-Love Club's going to look like this year coming. It's going to be incredible. I know. I love it. I used to hate change, and I love it now. I'm like, bring it, bring it all. But yeah, so that's really exciting. I'd like to build up my coaching side of things as well. I'd like to do a lot more independent coaching as well as a Self-Love Club coaching that I do. I just want to be, I guess I want to up the service that I can offer people. I want to be in service to people more than I ever have done, because I know that will create the abundance that I need to create the vision that I have.
Amazing.
And I do that by helping people.
And that there is gold. If you don't have a vision, how can you create? I often say to people, look, if you don't know who you are, how do you know what is going to serve you? If you don't know what it is that you're going to, the direction that you want to take your life in, how on earth can you create it? Like, I literally had a shopping list. Like, I literally had a shopping list, and that is what took place. You know, like, I have gone out there and I've gathered, and I've, you know, really like got everything because of that shopping list. So, Morwenna, it's amazing to speak to you, babe. I love the fact that you have, you know, come on here and shared at very short notice, because I just woke up this morning. I was like, do you know what? Screw it. Let's have a chat today. Let's have an absolute chat. And you've jumped on at the last minute and you're like, yeah, I'll get involved in some of that, which is really phenomenal. So absolutely amazing. Right. I'm now going to say au revoir to you for a little bit. I'll see you soon, babe.
I'll see you soon. Bye.
I will see, we're going to see who's coming in next. How cool is this, ladies and gents? We're having a proper good chat with people today. Right, the next person that is coming in is the beautiful Kate. All right, love. How are you, my gorgeous gal? Are you well?
Yes, I'm very well, darling. Very well indeed. Lovely seeing
It's so
your
lovely to
beautiful
have you
face.
on. Happy New Year, my girl.
Happy New Year, my beautiful soul sister.
We're rocking it, girl, aren't we? We are going to have such a wild year, babe, aren't we?
We certainly are, without a shadow.
Absolutely. So, Kate, I've got a couple of questions really that I just want to ask you. So, first question is, New Year to you, like back in the day, not this year, but maybe last year, the year before, and whatever. What did that look like to you, babe? Like, because I think that New Year is changing for everyone, and I totally agree that it shouldn't actually be the 1st of January, ladies and gents. I'm going to be talking about that in Conscious Conversations tonight. But what does New Year normally look like to you, Kate?
It used to, back in the day, it'd be the same as Moana, setting intentions, setting your New Year's resolutions. But no, that's the old me. Definitely, without a doubt, because you can change your life at any given moment. You have the power to do that. So this year has been really lovely. It's been very different. Yesterday, I've done a lovely little exercise of letting go, what I wanted to let go of in 2023, and then creating my vision of what I want to bring in 2024.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about that. What does 2024 look like to you, Kate? Because we've got some really, really cool stuff.
We've got some very cool stuff. So for me, 2024 Kind of Sound is going to go viral for sure.
Yes, ladies and gents, if you do not follow Kind of Sound, if you do not follow Kind of Sound, please go over and follow the YouTube channel, follow the Instagram page, get linked up to the website, because it is so important. Kind of Sound Radio is a conscious radio station, and Kate is one of the founders.
Yeah, I mean, Hugh's the founder, but myself and Django have sort of carried it on now. Hugh's taken a step back, and myself and Django have now driven it forward. It was all sort of dwindling out, but now we're like, full steam ahead. But the most important thing for me now is because we've got the most incredible presenters that we're so blessed to have, that have so much experience working, you being one of them, Davis, working with young people. So for me, it's about getting the platform up now for young people.
Yes.
It's so important. And yeah, I put that in my vision. I've written that in my vision. It's so important to get out there now so that young people can have a voice, that they can access our programs. So, lots of stuff we're going to be doing together, Lucy, lots of work we're going to be doing together with young people, holding wellbeing days, holding workshops, getting them on the radio. So really giving them a voice and developing a platform for them, and, teaching them so many amazing transferable skills that they can carry on through their life, but, as well as focusing on their well-being.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's just take a little step back. When you say we're going to create the platform for children, because I know a lot of people are going to have their ears pricked up at this, and they're going to be wanting to get involved with Kind of Sound off the back of this, babe.
Yeah.
Like a lot of my people are very much, this is for the children, because that's my mission, hence why you and I are connected on this. So when we talk about the platform, I've got goosebumps all over me, by the way. When we talk about the platform, are we talking about expanding Kind of Sound Radio, or are we talking about just generally, yes, there's going to be, I know that there's youngsters on the radio, but are we creating literally the platform so by they can access learning and techniques and seminars and things like that?
Yes, totally. And lots of amazing programs as well. So, it will work with our amazing presenters, but it's a platform for everybody. But something where they can learn something for about everything, and it's amazing. So, but really learn about themselves and the power that's within them, and really empowering them, enriching them with all these amazing tools, their voice, how to speak confidently without being scared and being in fear. So I am so excited, and as I said, so blessed to be working with all you guys. It's really exciting times, and
I actually feel this is going to be a game changer for the world. Like, as much as we're starting it you know, obviously we're going to be doing the events and things in the UK initially. Like, I see this being massive globally.
Yes.
I really do feel, I mean, my friend here has got 2 daughters, 14 and 15. Like, every single person that I know has got children, and they are desperate. And I mean, you know, I've been with friends today and they've got children. They are desperate for these gifts, you know, the soul school gifts, the, you know, the skills of how to deal with conflict situations and things like that. They're desperate for these skills to be transferred to their children in a conscious manner. And I'm so excited to be working with you on this, Kate, because I know that you are so passionate like I am. I mean, some of the conversations we have offline, right, we're like, oh my God, this is amazing. Oh my God, we, you know, and like you said, quite rightly, there's some amazing people who are ready to work with us on this and really change things. And I just think, I feel the world will be a better place for it.
Definitely. And you know, it's exciting because, you know, we're going to access a lot of funding, work in partnership with lots of amazing other organisations that are very aligned with our vision. And that's what it's all about for me. You know, it's about building a community, growing this community, and really expanding it, as you say, globally, because there's no reason why we can't. So why would we not do that?
Exactly. And I think that is the most important piece of the puzzle for me for 2024. Like, stop limiting yourself, become expansive. Expansive is a word that's been channeling me for weeks. You know, we need to allow our imaginations and our passions to really run wild, because off the back of that, we will create.
Definitely. 100%. And same as you, I think before Christmas, between Christmas and New Year, I was in a really funny space.
Funky.
And but I think you just have to let that clear, don't you? You have to sit with that and that uncomfortableness and allow it to clear. And there we go. Here we are today. So
yeah, I'm excited. I mean, don't get me wrong, the radio is amazing, and what you guys are creating, and I feel so privileged to have been invited to join you guys. But for me personally, this stuff with the children is going to be the game changer, because, you know, I work with the adults, as a lot of you guys know. I work with the adults. I help them activate their soul, get connected to their passions, their purpose, get back into alignment. And today I was privileged enough to watch some of my teachings working in a family unit. And I actually said to my friend afterwards, I was like, oh my God, I feel so privileged. Literally, the words I use, the teachings, the practices that I put in place, they were using with their children. And I was just sat back going, wow, this really freaking works. So now it's time to really help the children, and that doesn't mean away from the parents. It means like working with them, so the parents are getting what they need and the children are getting what they need, and then they can come together and have that lack of that friction. There doesn't need to be that friction like sometimes there is.
100%, 100%. And Luce, I've seen it firsthand with you when we was in that cafe that day with that little beautiful little girl. Do you remember that?
She was a stunner, wasn't she? Oh my God, I could have.
Her energy, her energy, and she was just looking at you, wasn't she? But
I love her so much.
I just think, you know, for me in 2023, we couldn't have set the platform up for the young people had we not developed that with the presenters that we've got now. You have to build foundations. So that had to be built first, a solid foundation to now launch this in the new year. So anybody out there who wants their young people to get involved, you know, to give them a passion and a purpose, come to us. Let us know.
And also, can I just add something onto that? Because Kate is way too humble to ask this question. If any of you out there are like, I need to invest in this, whether it's the radio or the investment into the platforms that we're looking to create for the children, please do let me know.
Yeah, please. That is so important for us. It really, really is. And we are looking for sponsors, you know, companies to work with, sponsor us, sponsor our young people through their programs. We're looking for funders. We're looking for investors. So, yeah. 100%.
Absolutely. So, and I know Kate would never ask that, bless her heart, because she's such a beautiful soul. But the radio and the platform need support, guys. You know, we are doing the best we can. Like you guys know, I'm working around the clock to create the abundance for Soul School. There's also things like this that we really, really do need to come together and create for the well-being of for our future. You know, this is the well-being of our future. You know, this isn't just a throwaway, you know, oh, we just need to help a few kids. No, this is for the generations that are going to come after us, to make sure that they are safe when we're not here.
And it's so important, because there's so many young people that are feeling lost, they're unhappy, you know, the education system. So it's so important. And this platform, we will give them everything. So
Freaking-lutely. So any of you out there, this is Kate's 2024, and very much I'm massively involved in this.
And you're by my side, sister.
I am. I'm literally shoulder to shoulder with her on this one. So Kate, thank you so much for jumping on, my sweetheart.
I love you, Luce.
I love you to the moon and stars, babe, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.
Thank
All
you.
right, guys, thank you, Kate. Thanks very much, guys. Love that. Now I have another babe that's just about to join me. I'm literally loaded with the women today. I might bring a cheeky little man on if you're lucky. But the next babe, hello, Wend.
Hi.
Hello, my gorgeous girl. How are you? Happy New Year, my darling. Good.
Happy New Year to you, and Happy New Year to all your viewers as well.
Yay. Honestly, I'm having the best time ever. I'm literally just like, another person come in, another person come in, another person come in, another person come in. And I've got 2 more people after Wendy to come in and join us. So you might want to start betting who they might be. But it's absolutely beautiful to see you, Wend. So I'm going to start the way that I've asked everybody else.
Yep.
And that is, what did New Year look like to you? Like a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago? Like what did it like look and feel like to you? And how has that changed?
New Year for me has always been, right, a little backstory. So I grew up in a pub. So New Year was always like forced upon us. Me and my sister, I've got a sister who's a year older than me, Helen. And it was literally every Christmas and New Year. New Year's was always fancy dress. So we had to dress up and we had to be in the bar. So from the age of probably 7, 8, 9, something like that, you know, we were like thrown into it. And I used to be like, I don't want to dress up and go in the bar. And Mum would be like, you will get involved. So it was always forced upon me. And then as I got older, I think I had this general dislike for it. It was just like this herd mentality of every New Year. You've got to go out and celebrate on New Year's Eve. And, you know, you've got to get hammered and you've got to do this and got to do that. When realistically, Luce, I like to just be at home, out in the PJs. I mean, I don't have my dog anymore, but, you know, it'd just be like me and Caesar. I'd avoid parties at all costs at New Year. I like to reflect. Do you know what I mean? Now, in my old age, Luce.
You're not old. You're gorgeous. She's gorgeous, ladies and gents, isn't she? She's absolutely gorgeous.
But you know what I mean?
I agree with you, babe. I agree with you. You know, like, I was out wandering yesterday and just like, you know, going for lunch and wandering about and enjoying the weather and things like that. But the last thing that I want to be doing is sat in a bloody bar or something like that. Like, it just doesn't, I mean, you know, thankfully I'm not in the UK. So I actually got to have some heat, you know, and so it does make it very, very different. But it's so important that you do whatever is in alignment with you now, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I think as well. I mean, you know about Dad's been really poorly over the last sort of 3 months. So he was in hospital for Christmas and New Year's. I mean, New Year's, well, I don't even know what day of the week it is. What day is it today? Is it New Year's?
Monday, babe. And the only reason I know it's Monday is because we're doing this video.
So yesterday, which was New Year's Eve, we went round and had dinner at Mum and Dad's. So we had a really nice family dinner. Stayed around there till about 7 o'clock. And then I came home. I literally had a nice hot bath, got on the sofa, got a good book out, read a book and went to bed at 9:30. So I was just really, really happy and content to do that. I think it's the first year I've actually felt no pressure. You know, we always say pressure, you create pressure within yourself anyway, don't you? But it's the first year that I felt no pressure because I just thought, you know what, there's a lot more important things in life to me that Dad being ill has made me realise. Not that I've always been very family orientated, but it really has kicked it home. Like, wow, life is short and there's a lot more important things to be cracking on with than
absolutely
going out and doing what everybody else thinks you should be doing.
Absolutely. And removing this pressure. Now, I saw a couple of people commenting in the chat earlier during this video when I was talking to maybe Morwenna or something about people that they know getting sick. I think there's been a real surge in it the last few months, right?
Yeah, it seems like I don't know what's going on, you know, every energetic. We could talk about the gong and all that stuff. But yeah, there's definitely some stuff going on, some funky stuff, because I've been like this.
Yeah.
With wellness, and I'm not going to say illness, because I get to a point and I go, no, enough's enough. Come on, and I'll change something on an energetic level or something and bring myself out of it again. But I mean, I would consider myself pretty healthy and very energetically balanced, and even I've been going up and down. So
yeah, it's been a wild ride, hasn't it? And I do feel it's because we're purging and because of the time of year that it is. You know, we almost have to get shaken up at this time of year to get a bit of perspective brought into our lives. So what's 2024 going to bring for you, babe? Like what's, you know, obviously you've just said family has become extremely important over the last couple of months, you know, and I'm so glad to hear that your dad's doing a little bit better and he's out of hospital, babe. You know, obviously I've been speaking to you, but it's so difficult to hear when it's people's family that you care about. So
when it's someone like, you know what, my dad is such a big, strong man. He's 80 years old. But my mum and dad are like a couple of rhinos. Do you know what I mean? They're not. When you meet them, we wouldn't think they're 80 years old. I mean, Katie knows my parents, and it was just when it hit Dad to see him lose that amount of weight in a short period of time, and then look like this little old man. It was a massive shock for me and my sister, and my mum. I think, and for my dad as well. It's been like a massive shock. So everybody we've just all upped our game, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So 2024, babe, a lot more family,
and also I've got to make some changes. I mean, I've got to make some changes now. What it's made me realise is I spend a lot of time with my parents anyway, and we as a family we're always on steam train. Dad loves steam trains, and you know, so we're always on steam trains and we always do random shit as a family. Beautiful. And it just made me realise that I need to drop a little bit more out of my environment so I can focus on my financial independence, so I can spend more time.
Perfect.
So that's what 2024 is all about for me, creating my wealth abundance more than what I have now. Amazing. So I literally can sack off a lot of my other work and just go, where do you want to go, Dad?
Yeah. Oh, that's really cool. I love that. And that's very in alignment with when Morwenna came on at the start of the call. She was very, very focused on creation of the abundance this time, like for this year, because it is really important. There's a lot of people out there that, you know, they're sick and tired of being tied to the desk, yet they're not doing anything about it, you know, so it's great that you've gone, you know what, I want to spend more time with my family and less time doing the things that don't serve. So actually, I'm going to focus on the things that I can do now. And you've basically said you're going to get off your ass and take some action and do it.
I mean, you know me, I've got a good work ethic anyway, but there's certain things that I can drop out and there's other things that I can do that create a lot more abundance than what the other stuff did. And I'm a sharer anyway. So the more I have, the more goes around and gets given. It's not just for my parents. It's, you know, I'll tell you what, Luce, I've seen so much stuff over the last 6 months with people who don't have, if you know what I mean. So I've had a lot of reflective journey, like you say, the purging.
Yeah.
I sit and I think I've got a roof over my head. Do you know what I mean? I've got food in my fridge, and there's a lot of people who don't. And I've got family around me as well, and there's a lot of people who don't. And so for me, this year it's about creating to share. So share more of my time, more of my wealth with those that need it, more of my knowledge.
Yeah, I feel drawn to say to you, Wendy, that this is a year of creation from the heart for you. Like, this is about what really aligns to you rather than whatever's perhaps the quick thing. This is about heart driven, because the more you create from a heart driven space, whether it's for abundance or whatever, the more heart is going to go to your family. That just came through me. So
that's the reflective journey. You've literally just said what I've been going through over probably the last couple of weeks. It's literally what is serving me and what do I know I can do and really put into without going, do you know what I mean? It's and that's people as well. So I love it.
Gotta love these telepathic thoughts being shared, don't you?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. It's all aspects of life, isn't it? That's the thing. It's you can spend your whole life following things that are, you know, making you money but not making you happy. which means you're never going to
be happy.
You're never going to reap the rewards of it or be actually happy. Whereas, you know, I'm in a fortunate position. I've probably got 20 options in front of me, and half of them lead to like heartfelt happiness and half of them don't. And it's like, well, I just sack all them off. That's it. They're done. Just go in the follow the heart now, because we're running out of time on the earthly plane, Luce.
And the head is not serving anybody. Like the ego mind has to go. Like I've channeled the 2024 energies, and the ego mind has to go. Like literally, victim consciousness is being abolished this year. So you guys need to get a grip of that very quickly and step into the heart, exactly as Wendy has just beautifully said.
You know what you're saying about that as well. I love our chat sometimes because it's the intuitive stuff. I was up the woods earlier, and I was with my favourite tree. Might sound weird to some of you, but I've got a favourite tree.
It's not my as it won't.
big oak tree. I love him. He's beautiful. And I'm always stand and have a chat with him. And I was standing and reflecting with him, basically, about everything in life and that. And it was this whole conversation about just let everything go that no longer serves. There's no need for egos. There's, you know, just anything in my life that isn't resonating anymore is going, because there's no time. There's no time. You have no time, people. This is the thing. Time is a man-made creation, but what I mean is the time you sit there scrolling on Facebook or whatever you're doing is the time you're taking away from you finding happiness in your life.
Exactly. And investing in the things that are important. I literally had this conversation with my friend here earlier today about people going out looking for attention rather than saying, hey, can I just have a hug?
Yeah.
Like they go scrolling and doing that kind of thing rather than literally just being like, hey, can I have a moment with you? You know, it sounds like the unfortunate situation of your dad, sweetheart, and I am sending him so much love. As you know, I've been sending him healing and all sorts of different bits and pieces. It sounds as if actually some massive gold has come off the back of that, right? You've really got some important messages, and the implementation phase is in process, right?
Well, it's already started. Before I was on here with you, I started writing. I've only got a third of the way through my new book, and I've just banged out a couple of hours of my new book. So it's like,
love it. Good friend. Love it, babe. It's so good to see you. Who thinks me and Wendy should do another video, a proper video, super soon? I do. All right, my gorgeous girl. Well, thank you so much for jumping on. It was really, really, really beautiful. It's beautiful to see you, babe. So I will.
My pleasure.
Speak to you offline, darling, and I will catch up with you super soon.
Yeah,
all right?
love to you and your viewers, Luce. Have a good one, you guys.
Bye. Take care, darling. Bye. Oh, you got to love a bit of Wendy. Honestly, how cool is this today, doing this? I love it. Some of my favorite people that have been on over the years. Without further ado, I'm going to welcome in one of my besties. Hello, love.
Hi.
Love.
Happy New Year.
Love on your t-shirt, so why not? Yeah,
just
love
for you.
it. Absolutely love it.
I'm very jealous you're in a dress, though.
Love it.
It's so cold and windy here.
It's not where I am, girl.
I know.
All day. It's been beautiful. Well, I haven't actually been sat. That's a complete fib. But, I have been out in the sunshine quite a bit. So, Claire, my gorgeous girl, what does New Year, or what did New Year mean for you?
Okay, so New Year's, many years ago, used to be going out on New Year's Eve. That was like the biggest night of the year, spending all day in bed the next day, and then having the resolution, right, detox for January, and that would be it. Whereas now, thanks to you, I've learned how to set goals and intentions. So 2024, this might sound a bit odd to some people, but actually the focus is going to be a lot on me because we coach stuff. But last year I spent, it's been brilliant because I spent so much time doing healing and stuff like that, but I would jump as soon as somebody asked. It would be like, right, okay, they need healing. And it was something you said on a call the other day about, wanting to fix people and, not having enough. You need to fill up your own cup. So that is going to be a focus for me, but it means I can be fully of service then
you know, for the rest of the stuff, because obviously the rebel movement too, that's a really big thing for me this year, because I want to get that healing and trauma center for the animals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love the fact that that memo has firmly landed with you, babe, because we're a bit naughty. Like, we are all a little bit naughty, aren't we? And somebody says, oh, can you do this for me? And it's like, yeah, of course. You know, and I have, no word of a lie, I have, as you know, Claire, I have hundreds of people that message me, can you send my daughter healing? Can you send this person healing? Can you do this? Can you do that? And, you know, I don't mind people asking at all, but over this period of time, over Christmas, I have had some very, 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 very serious sickness in people and dis-ease in people that I've had to focus on. And I haven't been able to just fire it here, fire it there, because it has been so focused. And it's tough saying no to people. It's tough pushing back. So, and I know, Claire, that you are somebody who is such of service, you know, and you really do want to help absolutely everybody. That is a massive memo. And I think this is going to give a massive amount of empowerment to a lot of, particularly the ladies watching, because a lot of ladies, a lot of mums, they will do everything for their children. And it's not about, you know, they're doing it for them rather than doing it for themselves, so that their children absolutely up level and, you know, evolve into being the most amazing beings. As we know, it has to start at home, and then the reflection, the mirroring, is what absolutely helps people step into their best life. So other than the rebel movement, Claire, is there any way that you're going to be making the abundance this year? Because Morwenna kind of like touched high level on the rebel movement earlier in this video. So, you know, is there any other things that you're doing to create the abundance this year?
Yes. So, as you know, I've been wanting to do yoga teacher training for a long time, and it was with a particular person. And I'm actually doing it this year. And because I had a download, it was a few years ago, and I didn't know how it was going to play out, but it would involve like the yoga, the healing, the coaching, and now I can see it sort of coming into play. So, you know, I will be setting up a program around that.
Amazing.
At some point. Yeah.
And what about your healing? Are you still going to be doing the healing that you do? Like, what does that look like for this year? Obviously, a lot
absolutely.
of people have come to healing hangs and stuff, and they've obviously seen you, felt you, and I know a number of my followers have obviously come to you for either in-person sessions or distant sessions. So what's that going to look like this year?
Yeah, so I will start doing sort of group sessions as well. I've been working with a lovely lady called Jane, who's an animal communicator. So there's something in the pipeline there as well. We're going to be, you know, doing the healing together. So it's a lot of it's going to be focused around the animals. I'm still going to do stuff for people as well, but you know, as you know, the animals is where my heart is. So I'm not sure how that looks like yet. We need to get chatting, but I do feel it's going to be huge. She's come out of her shell this year. We only met because of you, and she's just transformed completely this year. So yeah.
Amazing. So there's lots on the cards for this year to create the abundance. And obviously some of that is actually walking your talk and living your truth, because the Animals Healing Centre is your passion. She loves you guys, but the animals is where, and I've known this from day dot with Claire. Do you get what I mean? Like, I am humans. I love the animals and very much the children, but I have to serve the humans this lifetime as much as I'd love to serve the horses and serve the doggies. You know, I have to do the humans this lifetime. It has been my soul mission. Claire has obviously been given the animals. So Claire, how excited are you for 2024? Because I'm fucking pumped. Excuse my French. I hope no children are listening. I am literally fucking pumped.
I am. I woke up yesterday. I think I was a day after you when you said, you know, you had this sort of surge of energy, and I was like, oh, I haven't yet. Where is it? Yeah. But yesterday I just woke up and I was like, yeah, I know 2024 is just going to be amazing. It's going to be, but everybody has to go out there and create it for themselves. It's not just going to land on our plates.
No. And that's the key word. And I think that's the best place for us to leave this, Claire, right now, is it's action, action, action. A lot of people go, I'm going to manifest. I'm going to use law of attraction. ladies and gents, if you're not taking action, you are missing the memo big time. You do actually have to do something. I'm not saying control it. You know, I'm very much the person, feel it, throw it out to the universe and let it come in. But you have to be showing the universe that you actually want whatever it is. You know, you can't be saying, I'm looking for abundance and I am really going to create some wealth this year by sitting on your ass and watching TV. Turn the TV off, get yourself a side hustle, go and do more hours. Like, this is how you create abundance. Then all of a sudden, the universe, God, source, whatever you want to call it, will start delivering more people to you. They'll be delivering more options to you and things like that. You literally cannot be a lazy bugger if you want to create abundance and wealth this year. Claire Bear, I love you.
Love you too. Happy New Year.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you too, my sweetheart. And I look forward to seeing you super soon, my gorgeous girl. All right.
Take care.
Wow. Everybody, that's Claire. Yay! How cool is it? I love doing this. Like, literally, it's just been back to back with some of my favorite people. So, ladies and gents, I think that there is one more person that I have to bring into the party who's kind of a little bit important. And you may recognize this little face. Hello.
Good evening. Hello.
Sweetheart, you all right?
Yes, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for having me on. Like, I've had to kind of balance out the dynamics. It was girl power, like, all the way through.
Totally.
And
totally.
I suppose, in a way, Boo, it's kind of like symbolic because this is, you know, us has happened towards the end of the year as well. So I think this is kind of symbolic in a way, right?
Of course. And as I was going to say, save the best for last, but some of my favorite people have been on, but you do know what, you are my favorite. So by far, obviously, you were going to be saved for last. But I do think absolutely your point of it being very reflective of what has happened this year. I mean, you're a silent little assassin that snuck up at the end, weren't you, babe?
Like a ninja in the night.
Absolutely.
Came out of nowhere.
So, babe, I should really call you Jamie, but I won't. I'll call you babe. So,
No.
What's New Year mean to you? Like, what's New Year looking like to you, babe?
Well, this one is just a total different kettle of fish. It's just taken on a whole different kind of guise. You know, it's just looks totally different.
Why
feels
is that?
different compared to what New Year kind of used to be. I mean, like when I was growing up, it was very, very family orientated, very, very family based. With my nan's sister, she used to throw like amazing family parties. So I can only remember that up until about the age of 5 or 6. Then all of a sudden, the older generation, they started to pass away, so the numbers started to dwindle. Then the parties kind of ended. Then as I grew up, I went out a couple of times over the New Year as like a night out to see the night in, but it never really kind of resonated with me. It didn't really fulfill me. I wasn't bothered with it. But then when it came to kind of seeing the New Year in, I would always think to myself, you know, this year's going to be different. This is going to be my year. And I would throw out kind of quite lackadaisical kind of like statements without really backing it up. This year, because of a certain someone, maybe an accountability partner, I don't know.
Who's that, babe?
Like the best in the business. All of a sudden, New Year has just taken on a whole different meaning, you know, and it's a beautiful thing, and I'm very excited. And although that I've been giving or saying statements as well, or thinking things in my head, I've got with every degree of confidence now that they are going to be backed up because of who I've got in my corner and what I can't get away with. And there was a beautiful little thing that like myself and my 2 little girls done last night. We wrote stuff down on paper, like all to do with like 2023, the things that bothered us, our stresses, our worries, and then we just set light to it and we watched it burn. We watched them burn in the sink as if to like, you know, get rid of them. And it's all about looking forward now. It's not about taking that old stuff into this year. It's all about looking forward now. And with every degree of optimism, excitement, hope, just a real buzz about it now.
Amazing. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. He's smashing it, ladies and gents, like literally smashing it. So, babe, what is the plan for 2024? We don't need all the details.
Oh, no.
Just gonna throw that out there.
Okay. You know, I'll leave some out. Don't worry. I know this is a family. But 2024 is all about the help, right? It's all about help. By default, by doing loads of stuff, I will be able to help other people. But this year is all about helping myself, right? This is all about help towards myself. And the H of the help is all about the healing. The healing is massive. It's like there are things that have been brought up. There are things that we've spoken about. There are things that we've thrown back and forth that have been brought up that we've discussed in our very, very subtle chats that me and you have, right? That don't go deep at all, that don't go on for 4 hours.
We are so superficial, babe, aren't we? We're so superficial.
Shallow, small talk chats in which we have, Bo, right? The stuff that's come up where I'm like, oh my goodness, I thought I had dealt with that. I thought that thing didn't bother me anymore. I thought that thing was long gone. And the healing is just, it's got to come from a specific place. Like you said, not the head, but we'll keep it with the H's. It's got to come from the heart. It's got to come from within. And that's what I'm really focusing on, is when I heal from the stuff that I thought that I had done away with. Oh my goodness, like I'm going to be a different animal. It's going to be like a total upgrade, and I can't wait for it.
It makes me get all emotional. Like I'm grinning like a Cheshire cat because I just love hearing you speak like this. Like the journey that you've been on in the last few months, or the last couple of months, has been wild, first and foremost. But it's just like, obviously I get to see the changes. I know the real Jamie Denyer. Luckily for me, I know the real Jamie Denyer, and the journey that we've been on in the last couple of months has been absolutely incredible. But I also know the Jamie Denyer that the world is going to get to know over the course of the next 12 months. And I'm so freaking excited for you, babe. I am so excited.
Yeah, me as well, but and it's like, you know, when I look at it in its entirety, when I look at the help, the E is going to stand for expanse, and there's going to be expanse in all areas. I'm going to evolve in so many areas. Like there's going to be empowerment in so many areas, but the expanse is going to be in the things that mean the most, like the important things. And the expanse leads love, like seamlessly into the L of help, which is flat out love. This is where so many things have got to come from. And I know that what I do, and to the degree that I've been doing them, I've been doing that carrying a lot of weight. I've been doing that carrying a lot of past. I've been doing that carrying a lot of pressure. And when I know that I can change these things and tweak these things and come from a place of love, then it's just going to change the game. That's going to turn me into a better leader, a leader for my family, a leader for my children, for my family, in the loving relationship that I've always dreamed of. You know, that's what it's going to give to me. I'll be able to listen more. I'll feel liberated. All those beautiful L's, yeah, will all come from that one word of coming from a place of love. And then the P of the help will literally be a case of me making this. And you and I know how important this is. It's not just a case of making it in a certain way, but it's all about making it and then backing it up, knowing our standards. And that's all about the pinky promises. The pinky promises that are going to be made this year, and we are going to back them up, and we are going to create some amazing things, because then it makes things phenomenal. It makes things positive. It makes things passionate, peaceful, and then you get progression, which are all beautiful things again. So yeah, it's all about the help for me and doing it for me, which will then by default kind of then help other people.
Does anybody else think that Jamie's really been paying attention to the fact that I am, you know, one of the top self-love people around the world? Because he's freaking got the memo. Like, imagine this going out to the men. Like, just imagine when the men get this memo of it's all right to put yourself first. It's all right to help you before you have to, sacrifice for your family or anything like that. Like, I love hearing this, babe, and I am so freaking proud of you. Like, I'm so freaking proud of you.
And babe, this is something that I can't just say for effect. It's something that I can't say because I think it's what you want to hear. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've put it out there now, and I've got to step up. I've got to level up. Like, I've got to do this, absolutely. And with accountability, the accountability partner, the one, it's going to be challenging, but of course that's going to be something that's going to change. And the reason it's given me so much excitement is because I know what I'm capable of, even what I'm doing now. And we've already spoken about it. You've spoken about it with Kate and stuff like that, to do with where your passions are. Now, as a man, I want to show other men like that it's okay to speak like this, to be like this, to be this vulnerable, but to stand in your power and know that it's okay to love yourself. But, the kids are where a massive, massive passion of mine is. And I know what I already do. If I'm going to be an upgrade of that, man, I'm like the stuff that I've put down about myself and the stuff that I'm going to work towards. And I know that I can get there because of who I've got behind me and what is going on now. Yeah, it's going to be scary in a beautiful and positive way.
Never going to be scary, babe, because I've got your back. No. I admit it's going to be scary how kind of powerful it's going to be, if you know what I mean. Like, I'll be able to kind of do stuff on another level, and that there would just be a magical thing. I don't need to say anything else, ladies and gents. I think you said enough. I feel that
you're welcome.
You're welcome. Listen, I don't know about you guys watching this video, but I feel that this partnership is going to be a force to be fucking reckoned with this year and every year going forwards, because the more I'm going to grow, the more Jamie's going to grow, the more Jamie's going to grow, the more I'm going to grow. And that can only be an amazing, amazing thing for you, your partners, your families, the children, the men around the world. It is such an important, pivotal time. And as I said at the beginning, this is a transformational year. I am so excited to watch Jamie evolve. I'm so excited to watch him literally level up and help the other men around the world, because we don't have enough men doing that role right now. And it's not my doing. Like I said to Jamie, I think there's a really important role you need to play here, but it's his choice and his doing, and this evolution that he's going on is just gonna really blow everything out of the water. And I am so fucking proud of you, babe.
Oh, wow.
I'm so fucking proud of you. Like, it's not easy healing, as we've been speaking about over the last few weeks, the last couple of months. And I'm sure everybody is very resonant with that, and it's not all unicorns and rainbows and sparkly things or, getting the gold. It's literally like sometimes you're on your freaking knees with grazed knees, crying your fucking eyes out because you literally don't know why the fuck or how the fuck you got where you are. So I would just like all of you guys to just freaking give Jamie so much support, because he deserves it as he's stepping through this massive, massive, massive journey. I know he's got me, and I know I am probably the most tough accountability partner on the planet, but I'm just so excited to watch this turn into even more of a miracle.
Although it's massive, it's not scary for me. Although it's like it's different, it can be daunting, but I know the hands that I'm in, so I feel safe and I feel secure and I feel looked after and cared for, and that's priceless. So thank you.
And well, babe, it's reciprocal, right? I feel safe, you feel safe. So it's a reciprocal thing. And this is the beautiful thing about a conscious relationship, is it is about safety for everybody. The man does not need to be the person that is constantly keeping the woman safe. This is a reciprocal energy. So you've got my back, baby, and I've got yours. Thank you so much for jumping on. I love you.
Love you too.
I love you. Moon and stars all the way, sweetheart. Moon and stars all the way. Thank you for jumping on, darling. I'll speak to you in a bit. All right. I love you, babe. How freaking cool has today's live been? Wow. I feel really, really, really emotional now. So, ladies and gents, we're going to leave it there because it is actually gone over 5 minutes longer. Please, please, please do, focus a little bit of time on what it is that you're looking for this year. Please, please, please do have a word with yourself. If you are in victim mentality, or you do feel like you just need to chirp up, or you do feel like you need to have your say, like, what's the point? Get into alignment with yourself, recognize who it is and what things are being spoken and whether they're serving. And you know what, ladies and gents, this is how we're going to change the world. I love you guys to the moon and stars. Thank you so, so much for watching. Please share this with anybody that you think may resonate. And ladies and gents, you've just got a little insight into the way that 2024 is going to be unfolding. I love you guys. Mwah. To the moon and stars. I will see you next week for some more powerhouse of videos. Don't forget to go and check out the January and the 2024 energy updates, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Lots of love.